To me, music is God's way of getting his point across on a different level, in an easy way, a soft way to everybody. And whether it be country, gospel, whether it be classical, there are words that need to be said that everybody needs to hear, and they can hear it on every level. Yep. With music.
Hi, I'd like to welcome you to Ebony and Harmony, music that feeds the soul. Louisiana is known for its gospel music heritage. We'll be visiting with two prolific Shreveport families that have put the gospel first in their lives, and it shows in the music that they make. Sit back and enjoy the show. Ebony and Harmony, music that feeds the soul. Brought to you by McDonald's. Pastor Blades Sr. has been pastoring the Zion Baptist Church for over 50 years. During that time, the Christian influences and musical theory that he taught his two sons, Brian and Brady, have allowed them to travel the world, work with many famous musicians, and create a musical legacy of their own.
Well, I'm B.L. Blade, and by the way, I'm senior. And to my right is Brady Jr., and to my left is Brian. Brady is my firstborn, and Brian is my secondborn. I think it all got started when they were children, when they learned the ABCs. We started them in a music class at the then called Lakeside Music Mart. Donald Horton was the teacher, and I wanted them to play the drums, but I wanted them to play with some understanding. I wanted them to be able to read and to count and to deal with the music, not only what they hear, but what they see. And so they were successful in finishing the music school, and from there we went to Zion Baptist Church, where Brady started playing, and he played until he finished high school, and then Brian became my drummer, and he played until he finished high school. And that's where basically it all started. Come from a poor family, didn't have much, but the Lord been good to me. Come from a poor family, we didn't have much, but the Lord sure been good to me. Come from a poor family, we didn't have much, but the Lord, church, he's been good to me.
My father being the pastor of Zion Baptist Church, still is after 51 years. We were born into this great church. And at that time it was on Abbey Street, and my father toured the whole country doing revivals. I mean, he had a schedule that could rival the Rolling Stones touring schedule back in their heyday. I mean, it was Detroit, Atlanta, Cleveland, New York. So he exposed us, not only to our church, but other churches. He, at the same time, was a DJ for a radio station. So we were exposed to loads of music at our house via records. I think my brother still has my father's turntable from the early 70s in Portland, Oregon. Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah, he stole it, basically. And still uses it as a point of reference to listen to music because it was so sacred to us. My father being a great singer and role model really was instrumental in everything I'm about in music.
Out of all that has happened in my life, the Lord been good to me.
My father and my mother, they instilled this this focus to want to know about, to know more, to study, to try and learn what we were doing in a deeper way, really pursue what we were going to be interested in, you know, not just sort of fly by, you know, but try and get into a focus. So, you know, my father's voice, it was, I'm certain the first voice I ever heard, and still it's the bedrock on which everything else stands for me when it comes to reference, tonally, and what an expression is, what an orator is, what someone with a message is. So for me, starting to play drums in Zion after Brady went away to high school, that's the foundation for me musically. So every other situation outside of the church was still that, you know, praise for me. There's a tradition, particularly within the African American Baptist Church, that it's like people get happy, they call it. You know, and when I was a kid, you know, my aunts or everybody, you know, old people around me, they would express this, you know, like this kind of ecstasy, in tears often, but then it was tears of joy. And, you know, I didn't understand it, you know. It was like, wow, it was... in a way I understood it, but I couldn't articulate what that was about. You know, you have to live a little while before you get things sometimes. And but I definitely I've got it and felt it, you know. And so same with my dad's singing and his ministry. You know, I got it, but now that I'm older, I truly understand how it grows deeper.
To the Hallelujah Trail, emanating from the sanctuary of the Zion Baptist Church. We're located at 3031 Hollywood Avenue here in Shreveport, Louisiana. We hope the broadcast will be a blessing to you and yours. Join us as we sing that good old gospel music.
Biologically and in every other way, we're all individuals, no matter how many brothers and sisters you may have. No two people are alike. We're all unique. But it's a vast difference between Brady and Brian. Well, the first example I always like to give, I baptized Brian. I baptized Brian only once, and it seemed to hold. And I'm on my third one for Brady Jr. And I'm just praying hard that this third time around would be magic. and it would bring him around.
Thank you for the rain. Let me thank you for deliverance from the world of sin.
Somebody else, you know, just say, well, I think I want to be a drummer. I think I want to be a musician. And they go in and they pick it up. They have a natural knack for it, and they pick it up, but they only play by ear. They can't read no. In the music, they can't. They don't know how to count whole notes or no other kind of notes. And that's unfortunate. And you may be ever so great, but if you're limited by only what you hear, then that leaves you handicapped. But I wanted them to go deeper and be more involved in not only the choral but the instrumental part of it. And but that was Huh?
We let us rehearse with our bands at the house, which I didn't really appreciate that until later on in life.
Yes.
There was constant music at the house. It was chaos. Brian would rehearse with his band in the morning, and I'd be with a punk rock band in the night. But you know, they allowed us to use their home as our pretty much rehearsal space.
Yeah.
To develop what we do, which is kind of uncanny. That's a lot of noise. In reference to my father, to actually be able to spend time with a 73-year-old pastor that's vibrant, still spreading the message, and as my brother mentioned, those roots are very important. Those roots are, you know, we are his kids, and now he has grandchildren, and those kids are growing up in the church as I did. It's extremely important to me. And to see my 3-year-old mimic him when he's, wow, it's the best thing ever.